Hey, Wildkids! How you doing? Ha ha! We're in the wild! Literally! It's amazing! I've just been down here looking for signs of bugs and beasts. And I might find some footprints. Maybe of the beast of Terry Hills. They say there's a big cat around here these days. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've just seen a tabby at the bottom of my garden who goes and chases birds. And my dog doesn't like it. But I found this, and I'm going to show you this. Let me just get up. Hi. How you doing? You good? I've just been down here and I found this. Who knows what this is? Any ideas? Yeah, I know it's a flowery thing, yes. But this is a thistle. And it's seeding. And that's what I wanted to show you about and talk to you about how clever plants are. Because you know I always say plants are clever. And these guys are especially clever. Because they don't like being eaten. Who would? So when your thistle is growing, it makes all these big spiny spikes. See all these spiny spikes that stick in you like that? Yeah? So that stops animals eating all the beautiful, succulent, juicy, woosy leaves. Because they're delish. And then it has a beautiful blue, purpley blue flower that pollinates, all the pollinators love, bees especially, so they're really, really good. And then, when it's pollinated and wants to seed, it turns into a flying machine. I know. Just like that great big plane that's just flown over going into the airport. Look at this. Here's the passengers. All these seeds, look. See these seeds? And when you separate them, you've got wings and a tiny, like, feathery parachutes. Ready? Watch this. And off they go. To land somewhere, scatter, and grow new plants. I'll do it again. Ready? Watch this. There's a whole group of them now. We've got lots and lots and lots of them. Ready? I'm just going to open them up a bit. And look at the way they fly. Genius. Look at this one still going. Look at him. Look at him flying. How far away from where I was? Still going. Far, far, far away. And touchdown. Look how far that went. So that was how many paces we can actually count them. So, oh look, there's some more going. So the plant was here. Hello. The plant's here. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paces. So it's nearly like about 5 meters away. So it's not going to bother the original plant. And it spreads out all those beautiful. Now all these different plants can have a chance to grow. And it's giving itself a really good chance to grow in all of this dense area here. So animals might get to it and eat it. But that's okay, because remember, when animals eat the seeds, sometimes they don't digest the seed all of the seed, and then they poo it out, and there's some fertiliser in the poo for the seed to make the plant grow. Absolutely amazing. There's a massive fly on the camera. I'm just going to shoo it away because it's huge.
Really? Yeah, just
get away. Yeah. It's the size of my thumb. A fly is the size of my thumb. That's huge. It's quite. I could almost get a piggyback home on it. I don't know if he'd enjoy it, and I think he'd probably bite me. But this time of year, springtime in Australia, is a brilliant time to be outside and looking at nature, because we've still got some flowers out, but everything's warming up. So lots of the little skinks and lizards that have been hibernating are starting to come out and scuttle around. You might have even known it yourself. So when you're walking along...
Welcome, Tom Wald. Thanks for coming.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
Hello, Donna Mills.
Hey, Donna. Hey, crew. How are you? Are you good? Yeah? Glad you could join me again. Thank you so much. So we're out in the bush, and so even here, I'm going to show you how plants are being clever around here. So we've got the Baronias.
Madison Ryan, hello.
Who's that, sorry?
Madison Ryan.
Hey, Maddie. Hey, Madison. Thank you. Great to see you. Now look at these guys. So your Baronias here. Look at these. They're not come out yet. They're just about to explode. Their beautiful, beautiful petals out. Like that. Look. Just coming out here. Just starting to. That one's actually. This one's been pollinated. And it's starting to swell on the inside. And there's going to be some seeds in there very, very soon. And they'll drop onto the floor. And then, hopefully, fingers crossed, another plant's going to grow here. You've got all these little marsh heathers here that are all starting to grow. These are spiky too. And some of them, like, you've got very soft spikes here, and then you've got very strong spikes here. They're very robust. Plants in Australia have got to be tough because of the very, very tough conditions. Either it's very, very dry, and also extremely hot, especially in the summer. That's why a lot of plants in Australia have very thin leaves, so they don't lose a lot of the moisture. It doesn't evaporate because of the heat, so that's why we get a lot of evergreens, because they put a waxy leaf, a wax over their leaves to stop the water.
Hi from all the kids at Head Start Bella Vista.
My Bella Vista crew are the best Bella Vista crew. Love you. Do. Honestly, promise, Lee, you're amazing. You're absolutely amazing. And this is going to be an amazing adventure. Because we're having a big adventure today, because we haven't been out for ages. So I just thought we'd have a really good look around. Is that cool? Yeah. Love it. Right, okay, so I'm looking at all these things and where plants are being really clever. So down here, you've got all these different. Everybody's fighting for a little bit of. Everybody's fighting to get high, get close to the sun. So the leaves are all at the top crowning. It's just like a mini tree. So you've got the big, strong stem, but it's a bit floppy because it's so young, and it's all reaching up into this great big gap in the canopy where this tree here used to be standing up. So the gaps in the canopy up there, you can see that beautiful white cloud up there. All these plants around here are in a great big race to get up there, to get that sunshine, because they need the sunshine to aid their growing, don't they? Because plants need sun. It's the most important thing. And water, most important thing. Everything's important. Soil, good soil. But the soil here is rubbish, so they've got to get there and get that nutrients going. Okay, photosynthesis, remember the word. Yeah? Remember photosynthesis? Yeah? Okay, so even over here, I'm not moving very far, and you've got this really wiggly grass. That's beautiful. Look at that. I don't even know what that is. So I'm going to have a look at this, and I'll tell you about that another time. Or you guys can do the research, and you can take a picture of this on your screens, and you can find out what this is. Okay? Find out what that is. It's probably called squiggly grass or something like that. Might even be called Geraldine. Who knows? Now, over here, you've got this beautiful little flower here. Look at that. Isn't that glorious? Doing its thing, very strong, looks very delicate, that beautiful little flower. Isn't that lovely? All pointing toward the sun. Look, see, if I go down here, it's in the shade, but it's leaning over, so it's actually in the sunshine, attracting all the pollinators, so that'd be flies, bees, wasps, butterflies, moths, even some insects, all going into these flowers here, having a little bit to eat. Absolutely beautiful. What a glorious, glorious thing. And even down here, look, you don't have to look at, again, don't have to go very far, and it's a completely different flower. Look, it's purple as well, or pinky purple. And that's another beautiful different flower. Now, I'm too far away from my bag to get my book to actually show you what they are. But that doesn't matter, because let's go and keep walking, and let's go and find something else, shall we? Yeah, come on, let's go. Such an amazing day. It's really windy though, so I've had to go to the other side of a big cliff because the wind is so strong. It's blowing, it's so blowy that you can't actually hear me. So that's why we're staying on this side. So we're going to be really careful, but then you can have a look at this. This is one of those hakea trees. And look how spiky and small these leaves are. And he's doing really well. I mean, you think, oh my goodness me, how could it something so tricky in, like, when you're looking at the ground? There's not a lot of soil here. Look at this great big bit of bedrock. And look at this sand. It's not great, is it? Doesn't seem like there's a lot of nutrition and minerals and things like that that's going to actually support life. But look how great this tree is going. Isn't it brilliant? Doing really, really well. And it's got crazy seeds. Look, that there, that's his seed. Isn't that mad? Look at that. Isn't that terrific? But yeah, that's very spiky. So that doesn't want wallabies or other animals like that eating it either, because it needs all the leaves it can get to create and turn the nutrients that it's got down here into a source of energy to keep growing. Amazing stuff. Oh, can hear the magpies. Who's been swooped by magpies this season already? I have, and it was rubbish. It banged me on the head. I was riding my push bike and I forgot to put my curly whirly sticks on the top of my bike helmet, and it swooped down and it bonked me on the head. Couldn't believe it. Very cheeky. He was called Dave, and I've had a word with his mum, because that's not the kind of behaviour we expect when we see magpies out in the bush, is it? No. Right, okay, onward and upward. I'm going to get my stick, I'm going to get my bag, and then we're going to keep going on our adventure. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, now I need the stick today because the ground is a little bit wobbly, so we've got to be really, really careful. Careful, Alex. Alex is my cameraman today. Hello. And he's doing a brilliant job as always. And I think we are going to go this way. Come on. Now move this big branch out of the way. Everybody duck. Did you make it? Is everybody okay? Is everybody still with me? Fantastic. Come on. So, see here we've got the squiggly gum, and there's an ant having a little mooch around. There we go, she's having a little butchers. And all the squiggly, all the grubs that have been underneath here. This will be shedding soon. It's going to be shedding all this bark very, very soon. And then you can see all the bits from the old, when it's done it before here on the ground, see all the squiggles on it? And that just adds to the nutrients when it does rain. But this is why sometimes, especially in Australia in the summer and in the dry times, we've got to be very careful with fires. And so we're coming into that season. Let's hope it's not going to be as bad as it was last year, because last year was tricky. But talking about mad things and life and living and things and life always finding a way to grow, and how clever plants can be, come around here. Have a look there. Now this plant here does not belong to this tree, but it's using the tree, being very, very smart, because it's using the tree to get a lift up off the ground to actually get some sunshine. Now, and this is how clever plants can be. This bit of stump here has died. Yeah, it's all died. Tree's still living, tree's still going, still doing a beautiful job. Well done. But termites have got into this, and they've brought bits of dirt and mud and earth up to seal up this big hole to keep out the heat. And that bit of dirt's probably had a couple of seeds attached to it, or even the seeds are blown in. And now this plant is actually growing in a tree. But it's brilliant because it's sheltered from the winds, but it's also a lot higher up in the than it would normally be. And look, these beautiful leaves are actually getting some sunshine on them. So this plant's actually doing really, really well. What a success story. How clever is that? That's genius, as far as I'm concerned. Let's keep going. Okay, so what else have we got here? We've got Banksias here. Look, oh, there's a Banksia here with big seeds on it. So these are the great big orange flowers. A lot of them are going over now because these come quite early in the season. So what we can do, because this one's actually, something's hit this and it's broken off. Look, it's died this bit. So I don't mind showing you this if it's okay. So here, look, break that one off because it's gone. And you can see here, like little frog mouths. Let's see if I can get into the split there, like that. Open it up and show you the great big seed that grows these great big trees. Look how big this tree is. Now have a look at this. There it is. That's the seed. Just that bit. Not this bit. This is the blade. So when it actually pops and falls down to the ground, it kind of helicopters out of the ground. Genius. Who invented the helicopter? Trees. Not Sikorsky. Trees. Genius. Okay.
Plants really are clever, aren't they?
Plants are the cleverest things out there because they grow and they help. And they do lots of nice things like making nice smell. And give everything a home. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of plants can live, animals can live on one tree alone. And with my new Wildkids membership and lesson plans, educators and parents, if you want them, we're going to be going through step-by-step habitats to show you, you wonderful people, what can live on a tree or what can live in a pond and how weather works and things like that. But more on that another time, very soon at the end of the month, fingers crossed. Now up here on this tree, talking about things and sharing living, see that great big lump there? Who remembers what they are? Who remembers what that big brown lumpy thing is? Can you remember? Who's a smart crew who remember? That's right, yes! That is a termite house. It's full of termites in there and they lived up the tree because it's close to where they work. So it's very clever. So they don't have to travel too far for work. It's not a big commute. Straight out the door, straight onto the tree, eating a bit of bark, bringing it back for a bit of nutrition for the rest of the colony. Absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. Okay, so we're going to go down here, being very, very careful because it can get a little bit sketchy on this stuff. And that is a very big drop. So when you're walking in the bush, I'll show you a few things that I bring as well. Come with me. We'll come down here and have a look. Oh, look! Another clever thing. Moss. Did you know moss is clever? Apart from the fact it's got very, very fine leaves and it holds all the water because it can be in very scarce areas. Look at this. Now, moss is a really low-lying plant, isn't it? It's very, very low. Oh, it feels beautiful and soft and furry. And then, it's helping these little marshy plants grow their flowers. Now, these have gone over, unfortunately, but these tiny, delicate little flowers, these are little seed pods now. And it's helping these little plants here. These are different. And then, ooh, look at that. What's that? Oh, I don't know. That's like a bug. It's been living on there. Don't know what that is. But it's all very interesting stuff. Okay. So, down here, just come down here. So, when you're walking in the woods, sometimes you've got to be careful because there's big gaps. And if you're not walking and you're not careful, you could put your foot down in there and you could get stuck. That's why I use my stick. So, things I've got with me today because we're going on a super big walk. I don't know if you've got time to come with me for the whole walk, but water. What else have I got in here? I've got a little survival kit, which has got a compass and little cutting tools, and if I was by a lake, a little fishing kit as well. It's very clever, this one. And also a pencil to write notes. Very good. So this is part of my survival kit. And then also very important when you're out and about in these things, a few snacks, a couple of little chocolate eggs, and I've got, if I fall over and hurt myself and cut myself, I've got a little first aid kit with me today. So that's got, I'll show you what's in this one. So if I hurt myself, I've got some bite creams for anything that bites me. I've got a bandage if I twist my ankle, and that's why I use my stick as well, and some plasters as well. Okay, so all important stuff. And also other things when I go for a walk when we've got a bit more time. I've got my writing book with me today to write about all the things that I'm seeing, so I can make notes and tell you all about all these exciting things when I come and see you soon. Well, hopefully see you soon. We'll have to ask when we can come back and see you, because I miss you guys. I miss coming in to say hello. It's been ages. Anyway, so quick drink. Don't drink it all at once, because we're going on a long walk, so we have to pace ourselves with that. And of course, my trusty journey stick. Always got my journey stick. Okay. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to walk around over here and see what else we can find. Are you ready? You going to come for a bit more? Fantastic. Come on in. Let's see if we can find some lizards. Now the trouble is with lizards, they're quite scared because they don't like getting eaten, and they think I might eat them even though I don't. So what I'm going to try and do is, if I hear a scuttling, like, I'm going to try and be very, very quiet, very careful. But also, if you hear a little at this time of year, you've also got to be very, very careful, because everything's warming up and things are coming out of hibernation, including snakes. So this area, because it's so wild, and we go all the way out into the bush for miles and miles and miles, and lots of area is not walked around by people, you do get snakes, which is brilliant, but you've also got to be mindful of them. So I've got big sturdy boots on and my stick, and we're just going to be very mindful of where we're going. Doesn't mean we can't go anywhere, we just got to be mindful. Just got to be thinking about where we're walking and what we're actually going to be looking for, and what to do if we see anything. Okay? Come with me. So this is perfect snake country, actually, because there's lots of little nooks and crannies to hide in. There's lots and lots of flat pieces of rock to warm up, because I don't know if you know this, but snakes and lizards are part of the reptile family. Of course you know that, because you're wild kids and you know these kind of things. But the difference between us, like mammals, we're mammals, part of the mammalian family, mammal family, and reptiles, one of the big things is that we are warm-blooded and reptiles aren't. So what they do, they need the sun just as much as these trees to warm up and charge up their bodies to actually function. Basically, if it's a really cold day, they're very slow and lethargic. So when it's warm like today, this is perfect for them. So they warm up, they charge up, and that gives the snake the energy to go out and hunt. And sometimes they warm up in the mornings and go hunting in the daytime, and sometimes they just charge up all day and then they hunt at night, because it depends what kind of snake it is and what prey they like to eat to decide what part of the day they're out and about. So we've got to be mindful of that. So looking where we're walking. And then one of the other things about snakes is they can be camouflaged, and they are like the brown snake, which is a really, really poisonous snake, is this colour. It is literally this colour. So we've got to be a bit careful. But it doesn't mean we can't go for a walk. But being careful means we can just walk along this beautiful path. If we stray off the path, we might come across something a little bit more interesting. But if we stay on the path, we're going to be fine. Okay? So we're just going to walk on the path, because I don't want you not to feel safe. Okay? So we go this way, and we could go over these tree stumps. Ha! Da-na-na. Going through the woods on adventure time, because it's good. And then look over here, we've got this tree that's fallen over here, look. So, this is a really good place for little lizards to prowl and hunt around, because this branch here, all gone over, so you get lots of insects looking around looking for a little bit to eat. And they're hunting for insects. They might be looking for little flying insects to eat, or ants, or termites, things like that. And what we can do is, if we're careful, we can lift this. Let's have a look here. Oh look, there's another tiny seed. Look, it's just landed here. This tiny, there's another like parachutey kind of seed. Let's see if he can fly off. There we go. Off he goes again. Now. Ooh, and he's back. Now, let's have a look at this. See what we can find in under here. If there's anything there to look at. Oh. So under here, it's all been chewed out. This all here, look, it looks like mud, but it's not. This is what the termites have been eating. And that's an assassin bug. See this guy here? It's not a spider. It's an assassin bug. It's got 6 legs. It's not got 8 legs. These guys eat termites. They're very, very helpful at keeping the termites down. So, you know, they're not like, it's a bug. They're actually really, really cool things to have around. They're really interesting animals to see. So, looking down here, we've got some bit of fungus. Have we got any grubs or anything? Let's have a look. See what we can see, if there's anything in here. Anything there? Can you see anything? Can you see anything? You can hear the flies and bees. No, nothing there. So what I'm going to do, very carefully, I'm putting this back where I found it, which basically means I don't have to lift it. I'm just gently going to roll it back into place. There we are. No dramas. Just go back where you can always put things back. It's always good to put things back because the animals know where they're going now, and it doesn't destroy the habitat.
Is watching now.
Who's watching?
Kate Hickson.
Oh, hi Kate. How you going? Hey, Ed. How are we going, Maud? Right. Now, so we're going through here, and you can hear the crows. So I've got this little hoverfly here. He's looking around for a bit of pollen to eat. Oh, he's off. There he goes. See him? Look at that. Isn't that amazing how he can hover? Look at that. How cool is he? And look at this beautiful red flower here. Oh, look at that. Isn't that glorious? Wow. Isn't that amazing? Such wonderful colours we get in the Australian bush. Beautiful greens, beautiful reds, beautiful pinks, purples. Everything. We are so lucky. Okay, so let's keep going through here. See what else we can see. I'm trying to listen out for scuttling, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. No, they might have heard me coming already because a lot of animals, they've got very sensitive feet and they'll feel our vibrations as we stomp. And one of the things you can do if you are worried about snakes and you're going for a walk is bang your stick and stomp your feet.
Go away, Snakey.
Well, they can't hear you. So if you go away, Mr. Snake, go away, he's going to go, oh, can't hear you. But they can feel because they have the very, very sensitive bellies. So that's why it's always good to stomp your feet. Bang your stick.
They won't be able to hear you, but they'll feel you.
And
they'll feel sad.
Exactly. I don't feel sad. Okay, so let's go up to this little bit out here and have a look. See what we can see. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to go down. We're going to have to go over the hill. But unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our program today. Get me. So because we're going to lose signal. As soon as I go down, we're going to start to lose signal. But I'll just try and show you a few things over here before we go. Look at this beautiful white flower on this bush here. This is glorious. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so lucky. So somebody can tell me what these are as well. And there's 5 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aren't they beautiful? So beautiful. Now, I'm going to head over the cliff. There's a little pathway I'm going to go down. It's going to be a little bit tricky for us to film, but I'm going to have a look down there and see if I can find some wallabies. See if I can find some more interesting things, and see if I can find a lizard. Because that would be really exciting to actually be able to show you a little lizard, guys, wouldn't it? But maybe that'll be for the next program we watch. Okay? So, until next time, thank you so much for watching. Get out in nature. Get out and have a look at what's around at your place. Send me in the pictures. Don't forget wildkidsaustralia@gmail.com, and you can print up the things on Facebook. I'm going to actually start a Facebook group. Let me know if that's a good idea to actually set up a group, and then we can talk about all things nature. And I think I'm probably going to do that, and we'll invite all of you. Everybody's invited, and we can look at some really good stuff. We're doing really well at the moment, guys, and now that things are warming up, it's absolutely fantastic to be around. Don't forget, look out for the animals in your gardens. Look after the animals that are in your gardens. Look look after the plants that are in your gardens, and be careful where you walk. Okay, until next time, I'll see you later. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to watch on YouTube on my Wildkids Australia site and all the other things that I do. But I've got to go, it's 11 o'clock. Get and do something else with your day. I'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye.